Welcome to the Gospel Road. Today, Leviticus 19 is what we shall look at. It says, "And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to all the congregation of the people of Israel, and say to them, You shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Every one of you shall receive his mother and his father, and you shall keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Do not turn idols or make for yourselves any gods of cast metal. I am the Lord your God. When you offer a sacrifice of peace offerings to the Lord, you shall offer it so that you may be accepted. It shall be eaten the same day you offer it or on the day after, and anything left over until the third day shall be burned up with fire. If it is eaten on the third day, it is tainted. It will not be accepted. And everyone who eats it shall bear his iniquity, because he has profaned what is holy to the Lord, and that person shall be cut off from his people. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall reap your field right up to the edge. Neither shall you gather the gleanings after the harvest, and you shall not strip your vineyard bare. Neither shall you gather the fallen grapes of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and for the sojourner. I am the Lord your God. You shall not steal. You shall not deal falsely. You shall not lie to one another. You shall not swear by my name falsely, and so profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. You shall not oppress your neighbor or rob him. The wages of a hired worker shall not remain with you all night until morning. You shall not be cursed. You shall not curse the deaf or put a stumbling block before the blind, but you shall fear your God. I am the Lord. You shall do no injustice in court. You shall not be partial to the poor or defer to the great, but in righteousness shall you judge your neighbor. You shall not go around as a slanderer among your people, and you shall not stand up against the life of your neighbor. I am the Lord. You shall not hate your brother in your heart, but you shall reason frankly with your neighbor, lest you incur sin because of him. You shall not take vengeance or bear a grudge against the sons of your own people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. You will keep my statutes. You shall not let your cattle breed with a different kind. You shall not sow your field with two kinds of seed, nor shall you wear a garment of cloth made of two kinds of material. If a man lies sexually with a woman who is a slave, assigned to another man and not yet ransomed or given her freedom, a distinction shall be made. They shall not be put to death, but she was not free. But he shall bring his compensation to the Lord, to the entrance of the tent of meeting, a ram for a guilt offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him with the ram of the guilt offering, because the Lord for his sin that he has committed, and he shall be forgiven for the sin that he has committed. When you come into the land and plant any kind of tree or for food, then you shall regard its fruit as forbidden. 3 years it shall be forbidden to you, it must not be eaten. And in its 4th year all its fruit shall be holy, an offering of praise to the Lord. But in its 5th year you may eat of its fruit, to increase its yield for you. I am the Lord your God. You shall not eat any flesh with blood in it. You shall not interpret omens or tell fortunes. You shall not round off your hair on your temples, or mar the edges of your beard. You shall not make any cuts on your body for the dead, or tattoo yourselves. I am the Lord. Do not profane your daughter by making her a prostitute, lest the land fall into prostitution and the land become full of depravity. You shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my security. I am the Lord. Do not turn to mediums or necromancers. Do not seek them out and so make yourselves unclean by them. I am the Lord your God. You shall stand up before the gray head and honor the face of the old man, and you shall fear your God. I am the Lord. When a stranger sojourns with you in your land, you shall not do him wrong. You shall treat the stranger who sojourns with you as the native among you, and you shall love him as yourself. For you were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. You shall do no wrong in judgment, in measures of length or weight or quantity. You shall have just balances, just weights, and just ephah, and just hin. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, and you shall observe my statutes and all my rules, and do them. I am the Lord. Leviticus 19. We saw in there, love him as yourself, the sojourner. We saw in there, love your neighbor as yourself. That was in 18. Verse 17 says, you shall not hate your brother in your heart, but you shall reason frankly with your neighbor, lest you incur sin because of him. You shall not take vengeance or bear a grudge against the sons of your own people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself. You know, we talk about that a lot, loving your neighbor as yourself. We talk about being just, being ethical, being moral. You know, lots of descriptions of that, even when it's talking about, you know, your length or weight, your quantity, you know, you're selling something. Don't lie about it. You know, if you're selling a pound, you sell a pound, right? Be there for one another, to be honest with one another, to not slander one another, and we see that on such a daily basis. We do. And I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means. People annoy me, so my mouth runs. I mean, it happens to all of us. We really get worn down. We get tired of a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with on a daily basis. It gets old. I mean, I know for me, I have those days myself to where I'm just run down, and I've actually had those a lot for a while. Of course, things at home not getting any easier or better, so then it's the stress at home, it's the stress at work, there's just the stress of life when you put the two and two together. Some days not paying attention, messing up my own schedule, which that's on me. But you know, that I'm trying to get to the gym just because I get there and it helps me. It just helps me. You don't always feel like you're getting the break that you should be getting. It's overwhelming. It's overbearing. I was at a meeting this past week, and it was brought up about the scripture that gets used incorrectly many times. God will not give you more than you can handle. So you got to read that entire chapter. That's not true. Because what it tells us in the Bible, that God is going to give you more than you can handle, because God wants you to have to lean on Him. You need God. He wants to prove that to you. You're not able to do it on your own. You have to lean on Him, and I'm telling you, I lean on Him daily. But what it does say, see, when it's talking about God will not give you more than you can handle, it's the temptation. It's the things that we get tempted with by the world every day. God will never give you more than you can handle, and what they're saying is there's always a way out. You could say no, you can exit stage right, get away from whatever that temptation is. You are there, and you are the one deciding if you're going to give in or not. See, there's always a way out. See, there's the difference between the temptation, a difference between dealing with what we need to do with life. And life is much, much, much more than many of us can handle. And many that will not admit that it's too much to handle. But we have to remember that we're treating others with honor and respect. Loving them, taking care of them. Again, not mattering who they are or where they came from or what they do, but knowing that it's our responsibility to help take care of them and to help them the best we can. At the same time, taking care of your family. Not ignoring your family to take care of someone else. Which has happened many times. To where a family becomes destitute. Because they were helping someone else so much. Or because someone in the family was helping someone, basically giving their money away. Now, were they just doing it, or was there reasons behind it? No one knows. But you need to be responsible. See, that's the other thing, what we deal with is the responsibility that nobody wants. They don't want the responsibility. They do not want to be held accountable. Don't tell me what I'm doing wrong. Just do it for me. I want this, but I don't want to actually do it. I just want the power so then everybody else can do it. Because you were the one that was supposed to do it in the first place. I just want to take the power away from you, hold it over you, and you still do it. Now you're doing it for me. Power. No. Like I said, it's been rough for a while. It's been a rough week for me. Rough weekend. Just dealing with a lot of things. Just remember to keep me in your prayers as I pray for you. Thank you for listening. I mean, it's been doing this for a while, and I really appreciate it. Sometimes it's really just to clean out my mind, get things off my chest. Sometimes share things that I've done, so hopefully someone else doesn't do it. That's what I tell people all the time. It's like I give you the reason of how to do something, and it's not because I'm trying to tell you what to do. No, I'm not trying to be the smartest person in the room. By no means. It just means I made the mistake. I'm trying to help you so you do not make the mistake. So you do better than I do. That's just what I try to do. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do not cheat. Be moral, be ethical with others that you're dealing with on a business level, on a personal level. Not trying to, keep them down, oppress them. You're working with somebody and you're just trying to, you don't care about anybody around you. You want to get to that next level and will just stomp on anyone's head. No, that's not good. That's not cool. No oppression. No being better than them. But we see that every day. We see people just walking all over everyone because it's about them. They want to be to that next one, and they don't care if you're looking for the same thing because they will do everything they can to get there before you and to keep you out of it. Or if you're already in the position and they want your position, how do we get you out of that position so then I can take over? Yeah, that's what we see. We're not seeing respect, honor, morality, ethics. We're not seeing them being followed like they should be. Love your neighbor. As I've said many times, by actually reading through the Bible, you can really sum it up with one word, and it's love. Because it's in the Old Testament, it's the love that God had for his children, of how he was taking care of them and sharing the promises of where he was, going to take them to the land of milk and honey. Loving his children, loving his family. And then the New Testament is the love of everyone, bringing everyone into that family. Everyone is allowed in. Everyone can be part of it. Just got to love each other. Take care of one another. Be there for each other. As Pastor Bob would always say, it's love, love, love. Love God, love your neighbor, love yourself. That's what we need to try and be better at. Leviticus 19. Read it for yourself. What does it say to you? How does it help you become that better person, that better business person, that better family member, that better friend, that better coworker? How does it help you to really start showing respect for one another and honoring one another and really being the best for each other and helping them be the best that they can be as well? Being better today than yesterday, being better tomorrow than today. Because that's that goal, is to be the best that we can be. Leviticus 19. Read that. Read that for yourself. What does it say to you? How does it help you? How does it? Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this, well, thank you. You can always share it on social media, is just like finding me on social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, My Buddy Jimmy, on YouTube at My Buddy Jimmy 101, my website, mybuddyjimmy.com. You'll see all the different podcasts that I do and just whatever it is that I might be posting that day, just something that I might be sharing because something that I found. Appreciate that. Appreciate the follows, appreciate the shares, appreciate the comments, appreciate you also giving me a rating on your favorite platform that you're listening. Thank you for listening to The Gospel Road. Have a great day. God bless.
Spinal adjustments provided by Dr. Chad Rolfson. The Spinal Tuning Chiropractic Center is a Des Moines area low flat fee per month unlimited chiropractic care practice. When life happens, just adjust. Schedule today at spinaltuning.com.
If you're looking for help with software, app, web development, be sure to check out my friends at ingenuitycompany.com. They believe in their clients. Software development, app development, web development, visioning, design thinking, diagramming, organizational development, strategy. They can help you at the Ingenuity Company. Find out more at ingenuitycompany.com. Barbecue provided by Kenny's Rib Wagon, catering ribs for your pleasure and serving daily at Plaza Pub, 62nd and Douglas in Des Moines, across from Merle Hay Mall. Find Kenny's Rib Wagon on Facebook.
The Jimmy Olsen Radio Network.